If you want to know how to avoid reverse delegations, you have come to the right place. You will learn here how to deal with such situations. But first, let's clarify what reverse delegations are and why they are problematic. Hi, I'm Jan Laser. I'm involved in organizational and personnel management research, which includes the topic of this video. So let's jump right into it. What are reverse delegations? When a manager assigns a task to one of his or her employees, that is delegation. The assumption here is that the tasks are assigned to the right employees. If not, for example, if the task of paying a bonus is assigned to the legal team rather than a payroll clerk, the legal team will hand the task back to you. This not being part of the area of responsibility. This would be a straightforward reverse delegation. But from the point of view of the boss, some reverse delegations can be problematic. If an employee finds another way to push the task back, for example by feigning incompetence, finding or creating obstacles to task completion, or continually asking spurious questions, so the manager eventually finds it easier just to do it himself, then the employee has delegated the task back to his manager. The problem here is that the employee shirks responsibility and the manager ends up taking on the work herself and therefore has no time for other matters. If this becomes a habit, the manager is soon overloaded and the problem becomes chronic. So, how can this scenario be avoided? A questioning approach can be used to return responsibility for a task back to the employee. Such questions can also be a means of coaching your employee. For example, what would you do if I wasn't here? What are your thoughts on how to solve the problem? What have you tried so far to solve the problem? What authority or competence do you need to solve the problem yourself? You could also formulate advice as a question. For example, might it be a good idea to... With these questions, you signal your employee that you will not be taking on the task yourself, but will only be there as a coach. Another way of dealing with reverse delegations is feedback. E.g., you could share your perception of the situation with the employee, describe the effects of the reverse delegation, and then present your request. E.g., Mark, if you give me back task X to manage because you don't have IT access, then I have less time for my own tasks. So I'm asking you to manage X independently and resolve the IT access issue yourself. I can support you if necessary, but the task is yours to complete. What you should definitely not do is shy away from confrontation and complete the task yourself. If you do, employees will keep trying to reverse delegate. Okay, if you have any tips on how to avoid reverse delegations, I would be very interested in hearing them. Feel free to comment below. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.